Hello. It's not Saturday, it's not Sunday. It's Tuesday of all days. But I wanted to do an update just for today. I've done it. Finally got a stout on the old Hample. It's only just gone on. Maybe about 2 hours ago. Obviously it doesn't need carbon up, does it? Just got a little bit of carbonation just to hold the pressure in the barrel. Or keg, sorry. And she looks good. Let's have a taste. It's creamy. This was with the Cross Maloof Irish ale yeast, using the dry stout recipe from the Bible, and it's come out pretty good. It's quite a cold beer, obviously, but it's got that Guinnessy feel, roasty notes coming through. Obviously, it really isn't up to scratch yet. It's got another week and it'll be probably in top shape. But I wanted to do this with these. I've been waiting to try these with the stout. I finally got a decent stout to try them with. I think I did them with the milk stout I got from Black Sheep Brewery, and I was not impressed with that. So I had a couple of these out in the lid. Let's taste them. Now I've got that roasty aftertaste that you get from a good stout. So, no, that it really is. I'll just have another taste of this to help clean up the palate. I mean, clean up the palate from the peanut butter, not really cleaning my palate, am I, with stout? No. I have to agree with Peter. Excellent with the stout. Finally, I have a perfect beer to go with my beer snacks. Yeah. So if you get a chance and you've got a stout on and you want a beer snack to go with them, get some of these. I don't work from or anything. I don't even know who Kirkland's signatures. Yeah, nothing to do with me. Or if you already have some of them, get a stout brewed. Absolutely perfect. It really is, actually. I don't know why. I can't really break it down as to why it just works. It really does. There's no spikiness in flavours from. I mean, you have like a pale ale and you go from that spiky citrus maybe. Oh, bear with me a second. Sorry about that interruption from number 2 son. That's dealt with now. I beat him at rock, paper, scissors about 2 hours ago. It really got to him. And I wasn't even trying to win. It's one of those where I go 1, 2, 3 and show him. Give him a chance. And he was still picking bloody scissors. So I went with paper, showed him, and he went with rock. And I was just like, you're not getting it here, are you? So anyway, that's how I've started. I've managed to get it so he wins. And so he's now happy. Yeah, it's, as I say, it's only just done. I mean, yeah, it was been in the fermenter since fermenter. Well, I brewed it on the brew day, the brew together day. It was Saturday. Not the Saturday just gone, Saturday before. So it's been maybe 10 days. Is that now? Something like that. And it's really nice, and especially coming through the Hample. I did. You may have noticed if you're on BrewTube, I did post that a couple of days ago. I was sat in here. I think it might have been the Sunday or the Saturday evening, might have been the Saturday evening. I just sat in here having a few beers, got a little bit bored, and decided to do some distilling. Now, what I've done is I've got, if you know, I'll just show you. I have a load of these bottles of wine. Now, if you look at that, that's where that is. That's how much wine's left in that. So it's like, it's just there. So it's like so badly oxidised. I got a load of these. I won them in a drunken auction. From an auction house sale somewhere down near Coventry, and it was online, and I had a few beers and decided to bid, and then I bid a bit more thinking, oh, I can get it shipped. So if I bid on loads of these wines, I can cut down the cost, because the shipping cost. So I'll bid on, I must have won about 60 or 70 bottles or something. Turns out they didn't ship. I hadn't checked properly, so I had to go down. I had to invent a holiday. Thankfully, there was a Coventry car show. My number one son was really into cars at the time, so I managed to combine it with go down to what's it called? Outside. We were outside Coventry. There's one of these Royal Towns, Royal Leamington Spa. That was the one. Still in Royal Leamington Spa. Then went to the Coventry car show. Had a couple of days, and then on the way home picked up all this wine. Some of it was quite badly oxidised. I mean, it worked out for what I paid for it all. I'm using the holiday to remove some of the cost. I sort of like deferred the cost off that because I was using the holiday, so I didn't add the petrol cost in, so there was no shipping cost then. Excuse me. It worked out pretty cheap, so I've drunk quite a few of the bottles. I mean, some were good, some were reasonable, some were bad, and the rest are fucking awful. They taste like coffins, you know, like literal sepulchre, coffin, dead people. Pretty much is what they taste like, because they're so badly oxidised and not being kept greatly by me either, to be honest. So I decided I'd just fill up the air still and make some vodka with it. So I did a bit of that the other night. So I've got a here. I think we're about here with it. That was an empty bottle. You can't see that, can you? Yeah, there we go. We're about up here with the vodka. Now, I do like vodka. I do like Bloody Marys. I do like a Bloody Mary. This time of year, Bloody Mary with some Tabasco and some Worcestershire sauce. Oh yeah, suits me very nicely. So there may be a few evenings with that. What else? I didn't mention the other night. Right, the Saturday, I bought a load of other stuff. I got a load of these still spirits things. It's getting near Christmas again. I do once a year I'll fill up my spirits. So I've got some of these which are supposed to be single whiskey, so it's meant to be like a single malt. Smooth, rich, creamy, unblended style whiskey flavouring with hints of chocolate and vanilla. God knows. So that's meant to be a single whiskey. I have my dark rum, Jamaican dark rum that I usually get. I've got a bourbon whiskey, and I've got for my dearest wife, oh, I can't see it, I got some peach schnapps. Doesn't matter anyway, you know what they are. So that's one of the things to do in the coming weeks, is to get a sugar wash on, and I'm using the turbo stuff. That's what I was looking for. Where is it? So going back to the peach schnapps, so you get your flavour in your little bottles, but you have to use like a base, which pretty much ingredients is sugar, maltodextrin, acidity regulator 331, and thickener E466. It's from New Zealand, this stuff, so it's expensive. Yeah. So I'm gonna do it again using the pure turbo yeast stuff. I know I've been told there is the tomato paste recipe that Clive Cutter sent me. I still haven't tried it. I still haven't used it. I'm one of those at times, something like that. I'm like, well, I know that worked, and so I'll try that. I'm not experimenting with the spirits because I know you pay for its price of 6 bags of sugar that if it goes wrong you waste. But then it's, I know that cost me a tenner, and then there's the price of sugar on top of that. But I do know that works pretty well. It's pretty clean, and I do like it. It's passable, is what I'll say, because I'm not a big spirits drinker, so I don't mind. I do have, like, for my birthday, I did receive a bottle of that 15-year-old Dalwhinnie, and I think, what else have I got up there? There you go. And a fry. So I'm alright for decent stuff. I'm okay now for decent stuff for Christmas, but you know, it's just stuff to go in. I like a dark rum with ginger beer. It doesn't have to be the best dark rum then, does it? If I'm mixing it with a shit ginger beer. Oh yeah, shit, Idris, whatever, it doesn't matter to me. So it's just, yeah, I'm not that bothered. So hence using that and that and that. End of that story. But I suppose we'd better get on to this week. This week is half term for schools here in Yorkshire. October half term holidays. And I was at work on Monday and I was using the machines and running plastic to make wallets and sleeves and that, and we're out of plastic at the minute. And the way things are, it's difficult to get all the stuff that it doesn't cook. I can't get it to us instantly, so I've now reached a point where I run out. So I was like, do you know what? I'll take the rest of the week off. I'll go in again on Monday, see how we are then. So I arranged it. So I've got the week off, thinking great. Wife's off, kids are off. We can maybe do something, go somewhere. I knew that I had the car to go for MOT today. I'd booked that in, and I booked that in like 2 weeks in advance. The MOT wasn't due until the 7th of November, but I thought I need 2 weeks just in case. And I thought, yeah, it'll fly through it should be alright. Took it up this morning, and they said, oh yeah, come back in an hour. So an hour later we come back, they're like, oh yeah, they just try to sort the paperwork. Then 5 minutes later he's like, oh, we've just had a bit of trouble. The handbrake seized while it's on the rollers. I'm like, alright. Then he comes back in with the paperwork. Your handbrake's broken. It was working when I went. It seized whilst it was on the rollers. The fuckers have snapped my handbrake. So I've got no car now. They couldn't do it for 2 weeks. And you have like 10 days from the MOT first doing to getting it back in, so that your MOTs then retest it for free. So they couldn't do it for up to 2 weeks. Guy up the road said, yeah, I can do it, but it won't be till next week. So I'm kind of buggered. Well, the whole family's kind of buggered. We were looking at maybe going away for a couple of days later in the week, but yeah, that's all put on the fucking back burner. So I was a bit pissed off this morning when I got back. So just to kind of get my head back in the right place, cleaned out all my lines and washed all the kegs, and then kegged the beer, Stout, and prepped the next brew. Got everything sorted, ready for that. All the kegs are all on sanitizer, all the lines are sat on sanitizer, and apart from this one, which is the Hample, which has got the Stout on. The 80 shilling finished. It was last night. I finished the 80 shilling last night. That didn't last very long. It was very nice, very good. All I have left of that is in here. Now this is just a grandfather version of the, you know, whatever you call them. I can't remember the bloody name off the top of my head. Growler, that's the word. So it's just a grandfather growler. It's just the same basic Chinese growler, but if you get it from grandfather with grandfather etched on it, it costs you about 30 quid more. Yeah, I did find that out later. Anyway, none of that griping on that. What I do is, once I'd filled the keg, I still had about 2 litres left, so I filled that. There may have been a little bit of yeast gone in there. It's been sat in here, so it will be fermenting slightly. So it's been like almost it's like a big bottle conditioning, really. I mean, these don't hold great pressure. I mean, it'll hold enough pressure for it to carb up a little, which it'll be like a handful kind of carbed, you know. And I don't mind that. So I've still got the 2 litres in there, and I'll leave that for a bit before I'll drink that, because I'm going to be happy drinking this for a bit, aren't I? So what have I prepped now? I got this morning, I've done it this afternoon now, got ready for a brew day tomorrow. I'll do an early start, get that done, so by the time everybody's up and about, I should be cleaning up, and then we can go for a walk. Find something to do in Whitby in October when the weather's shit, probably. Probably down the arcade or somewhere wank. Sorry. Yeah, so I'm doing the vacant gesture with Citra, and I might add some mosaic in the dry hop, but I love Citra, and I want a pale ale type thing on, so that's got, well, I know it's a blonde ale, isn't it? That's going on. Then I'll get the Anipa done in the grandfather conical, get Anipa done, and probably after that an old ale. I'm thinking either an old ale or a Belgian. Something for Christmas, basically. It won't be brilliant, it won't be 100%, you know, what I've had this 6 weeks, 8 weeks to age, but it'll have had a little bit of time. So I'm hoping that by then I'll have Stout and Hampo, a pale ale, an IPA, and an old ale or a Belgian for Christmas, along with some spirits and that. Also I'll have my mead, will hopefully be ready, and my slow gin. So it should be a good Christmas. So that's what I've got to look forward to now, because kind of this holiday week is buggered. And I think that's about it. Oh yeah, not forgetting that I'll have this for Christmas to drink. The Eggnog Christmas Ale. Ooh. I may do a review on this beauty from the White Hag Irish Brewing Company. If anyone knows them or had it before, let me know. Prepare me for this. True joy. Noel was derived from Old French nail, which describes a song of birth sung with mirth during Christmas. Eggnog is a rich, chilled, sweetened, dairy-based beverage made with milk, cream, sugar, whipped egg whites, and egg yolks. Throughout Canada and the United States, eggnog is traditionally consumed over the Christmas season from late November until the end of the holiday season. We imagine our Noel Eggnog Christmas Ale will inspire much singing and revelry from our house to yours. Right, ingredients: water, barley, wheat, lactose, vanilla, spices, natural flavour, yeast. Contains barley, wheat, lactose, yeah. Sounds very scary, doesn't it? That review may be a pissed review, because I can't imagine me wanting to try that without already being half pissed. It'll be one of those, oh yeah, get it out, let's do it. Yeah. So I think that's nearly 20 minutes, isn't it? Yeah. I think we'll call that it. Oh yeah, just one little thing. Ah, look, Ollie. Fucking thrashed you. Cheers. See you in the next one.